Hey everybody, back week 10. I'm excited for this. Let me pull up a chair here. Yeah, I'm so fancy I get to sit in my dad's work chair. How about that one? Yeah. So let's talk. I can't pick the Hanover Nanticoke game. You guys already probably know the reason. Because they moved the game to Thursday. And I was supposed to call it because it was supposed to be a Friday game. I was supposed to call it, supposed to call the San Stewie struggle on Max, but no, they moved it to Thursday. We already have things planned on Thursday, so then I had to find another game. So guess what, Pittston area fans? I'm coming to your game. Wyoming area, Pittston area. I'm excited about the opportunity. It's going to be really, really good. I got some real fun secrets in store, especially come halftime. Wink, wink, for anybody who already knows what that is. Not a lot of people, though. And don't tell them if you do. But right now, Nanticoke's beating Hanover 35-0. There's a rampage going on upstairs because my dog is very excited and running around because it's nighttime, and that's what dogs do at 7:45 at night. Yeah. So let's pick the Friday games and the Saturday games, and then we're just gonna minus Hanover and Nanticoke, and then we'll talk about playoffs down sometime this week, and I'll see if they want to do it for playoffs. So that's what we're doing. That is all we are doing, folks. North Pocono and Crestwood, that's all I got here. I'm using NPF. That's what I'm doing. And it's Crestwood, number 1 seed in 4A. And I think realistically, we should just pick Crestwood on this one. Because once again, and we don't know what North Pocono team we're getting. And I really, really think that if North Pocono even comes out with the good team that we see sometimes, I still don't think it's enough for Crestwood. Crestwood 8-1, probably going to finish the season 9-1. I'm going to go Crestwood. I'm going to go Crestwood by 20 points. Berwick and Hazleton area. This is a very crucial game for both teams. Hazleton 7-2. Can't afford to lose that third game. They're in a real tough bracket in 6A. And Berwick 4-5, could go 4-6. But they've knocked some stunners. So they beat Dallas a couple of weeks ago, if you'll remember back that far. And then before that, though, they beat Wilkes-Barre. What's the funny thing about that? We got the holy little triangle here. Berwick beats Dallas. Wilkes-Barre beats Berwick. Interesting. And then Dallas loses to Wilkes-Barre. Interesting. So, and I don't know what team we're going to see here. Berwick 4-5. Hazleton area 7-2. I'm going to give this one to Hazleton. I think this is going to be a really close game. I'm going to give it to Hazleton area by 6 points. Abington and Delaware Valley. Abington 2-7 really has the potential, but they just don't execute. They had a nice win against Scranton, but I just don't think that's going to be enough this upcoming week. They're playing Delaware Valley 5-4, quite good, and 4 losses. Let's just remember they played teams out of the area: Harrisburg, Moseley, Florida, and some other school. I not exactly remember, but it's out of the area, not around here. Much better than they are. And they took those 3 losses. But the one game was freaking close. That's what I do remember. Regardless, Delaware Valley is going to win this game. I'm going to go Delaware Valley by 30 points. It's just not going to be close. But Abington could make the playoffs. They still can make the playoffs, and I think they will. So there's that. Scranton Prep and Valley View 7-2, both of them 7-2. So much 7s and so much 2s, we can't even handle it. This one's going to be at Valley View. This is at Valley View. It's Friday night. Scranton Prep, Valley View. You already know what it is. Crazy game. No London Montgomery still, as far as I was concerned. And if not, he hasn't been really making any noise, but I haven't really seen Scranton Prep that much. I just know that they're 7-2, and they're still kind of ridiculous, even though they don't have their best player, apparently. So let's talk. Valley View, I saw them. They almost lost to Abington when I was there. And I gotta say, I think Scranton Prep's going to win this game. I'm going to take Prep by 7. But this is very, very good, this matchup. Another game that could be interesting now that things have changed. Dallas 7-2 at home in the old shoe game, taking on Lake Lehman at 3-6. I called Lehman's game last week. They played Hanover. Hanover's bad, but Lehman looked like a good football team. So do they take that momentum that they had against Hanover and move into Dallas after Dallas just took a very draining loss to Wilkes-Barre last week, and they got beat by 4 scores. They scored 35 points on Dallas. Wilkes-Barre did. And I think if you give Lehman's capable. Lehman's capable. They are. But I think Dallas is gonna shut the door. I'm gonna take Dallas by 14, and I know I took Dallas the entire way through this year. I'm not trying to be a homer, and I've also gotten proven wrong a couple times, which I'll learn about, I guess. But Dallas cannot afford to lose to Lehman. Absolutely cannot afford to lose to Lehman, because if you play a team, they would be playing the 6th seed, and at that point, you give up crucial ground. You could, granted Berwick loses, you could freaking play Berwick in the playoffs, and you don't want to do it. It's potential. Lots of things have moved. Nanacoke in the playoffs right now. North Pocono in the playoffs right now. Teams that we didn't expect to see because of their season record, they're in the playoffs, and you could potentially play Berwick. No matter if you lose, you're risking playing Berwick, that the cards fall that specific way. And if I'm them, I don't want to play that, so I want to win. So Dallas by 14. Lakeland 9-0, undefeated, best team in this area, not close. Versus 2-7 Mid Valley. This game is over by halftime. This is Lakeland by 45 points. Weird score. I'll just take it in the ballpark. 45 points for Lakeland. That's what I'm saying. Western Wayne 7-2. Honesdale 5-4. Honesdale's been known to surprise. They have a winning record right now. They could end it 6-4, but they have 7-2 Western Wayne in their way, and that's a little discouraging, to say the least. Western Wayne's quite good. Pounded Dunmore, and then all of a sudden last week, I don't even remember what happened last week, but they're 7-2, so I believe they lost last week. But they played Lakeland, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I can't remember. There's so much going on right now because it's rivalry week and we got moved to a big game and lots of game planning. But Western Wayne doesn't change the fact that they're 7-2 and they beat some pretty notable opponents. Dunmore being one of them. This one I think is going to be a little bit closer, even though the little records don't say as much. But 7-2 Western Wayne, how could you get away with them? I'm going to say Western Wayne's going to win this game, and I'm going to say they're going to win it by a healthy 17 points. Dunmore and West Scranton. Dunmore 6-3, West Scranton 2-7. West Scranton, for as bad of an off season as they had, and not that great of a season this year, 2 wins is pretty darn good because I expected them to go winless. But they're playing Dunmore. Dunmore 6-3. They want to finish at 7-3. I think they're going to do that. I'm going to take Dunmore by 7. I just think West Scranton's going to play them tough. It's not going to amount to much, but they're going to play them tough. They're going to at least try. So I'll give West Scranton the benefit of the doubt and have Dunmore by 7. Old Ford 6-3. Carbondale area 3-6. Carbondale got those 3 wins though. But at the same exact time, Old Forge is now finally at the end of the season starting to pick it up. And they'll play Trail. They're automatically going to go to their district final, their class final, because they're single A. And I think the only other single A, if I'm not mistaken, is Lackawanna Trail. So that's interesting. So they'll play for the chip 2 weeks from now. No playoff implications on the line for Old Forge. But Carbondale, well, they're sniffing around. They're not. I don't think they're technically quite in yet, but I have no idea. Lots of stuff happening because this game is happening tonight, and if I could explain that to you the way I'm thinking of it, we'd be here for another hour. Let's move on to picking a score. Old Forge by probably 30 points. Cross and Riverside, Holy Cross 0-9. Play Riverside, who's 5-4, who's going to finish 6-4 because Holy Cross is absolutely terrible. It's at Riverside. Nice game. I'd love to go to Riverside. Max 102, if you're watching this, make that happen. Schedule me for a Riverside game next year. I'd love to go to that little stadium. One of my favorites and I haven't been there in a couple of years. 10 out of 10 recommend. Love the aesthetic for all of you girls watching. I'm going to take Riverside in this game. Riverside by 17 points. I mean, what else do I have to say? They got the talent. The 5-4 record's a little bit misleading because they sure as hell do have the talent. Scranton while Paupack. Paupack's really not that good. Gave Dallas a run, but still really not that good. Scranton looking to rebound. They're already in the playoffs, so just trying to get another win. Maybe that can help them seat up in the standings. Lord knows. But I'm going to take Scranton in this game. It's at Wallenpaupack. Scranton's got a little bit of a drive to go up to Wallenpaupack. But guess what? Scranton's going to get it done. I got Scranton by 14. Wyoming area, Pittston area. I'm saving that one. You thought. I'm saving that one till last. Tunkhannock 1-8, Williamsport 3-6. Williamsport's really, really quick, and I saw Tunkhannock earlier in the season. Their defense is very, very slow, and that you can run all over them. Tunkhannock's offense is very, very 2D. I'm sure a lot of you that have watched Tunkhannock already. And it's not a knock on Tunkhannock, because Chilson, Ben, if you're watching this video, my word, kid, can you fling the ball? But that's the only thing that they do. They use Tenzin Lewis maybe once or twice, and it's just... And Williamsport's going to see that. They're going to see that. They're going to shut that right down. But I can tell you, the offensive line for Tunkhannock has been a little shaky this year. I had not given him enough time to throw the ball. And I'm going to say that Tunkhannock or Ben Chilson might be under siege that night. So I'm going to take Williamsport by 14. Saturday games are Lackawanna Trail and Susquehanna. 5-4 Lackawanna Trail. 4-5 Susquehanna. A very disappointing Lackawanna Trail. They have 4 losses. I expected them to lose less than 3 games. 3 or less games, sorry. And they've got 4 losses. And they're playing Susquehanna, who's 4-5. And weighing because Lackawanna's dropped so many stinkers. But I don't think they will. I'll take Trail by 10 points. Also Saturday, Montrose and Holy Redeemer. Oh boy. I don't even know if I want to call this game. I'll take Montrose by 3. Yeah, Montrose. Take you by 3. And then, of course, everybody wants to listen to this game. It's the game that I'll have. It's the game of the week, I think. Wyoming area, Pittston area. The Battle of Tomato Town, which is what I'm deeming it. It's at Pittston area. I was there already. But guess what? I'm coming back because y'all were really, really nice to me. So, I'm coming back. And I'm going to throw hands with freaking my dad. Because my dad was supposed to pick... My dad works for PA Football News. And he was supposed to... He just joined. Like, after I got this radio job, he just joined. Because he just got into it and whatever. He was supposed to go to this game with me, and he didn't. He chose the Crestwood game. That Crestwood's going to beat North Pocono. And we already know, right? He's not going to come to the best game because Lehman and Dallas was the best game. It's still the best rivalry, in my opinion. Just saying. But the best game this year is going to be Wyoming area, Pittston area. Wyoming area, 5-4. Pittston area, folks, 6-3. Can you believe that? Pittston area has a better record than Wyoming area. When is the last time you've seen that happen? And when is the last time you saw all arrows point to Pittston area to take down Wyoming area? When is the last time you've seen this? Because let me tell you something. I haven't seen this in a very long time, but I darn well know I'm taking Pittston area in this game because all signs point to it. It's going to be a close game like it always is. Both sides can't afford to come in too confident, too mouthy, and they can't focus on beating the hell out of each other. And I'm sorry, Jake, if I said that, but it's just the truth. You just need to come in and play every snap for both sides, and I'm expecting to call a very, very good game. I'm going to take Pittston area. Oh, boy, it's going to be a close one, but I think Pittston area is going to pull it out. I'm going to say Pittston area by 10, and that's what it is. I am out. 14 minutes and 27 seconds. It's going to take forever to upload this to Google Drive. I'm sorry, Jake, if you're up till midnight doing this. I apologize. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to probably do playoffs. I don't care. I have too much energy. I'm going to go out to Spirit Halloween and get stuff for my Halloween costume that I'm forced to wear on Monday. Goodbye.